up, Sauce Gang, and welcome back to the channel. Hot Sauce Beats here with a banger of a reaction for you. Well, happy Friday. Congrats on surviving the work/school week. And to celebrate, we are jumping into a Jaiden Animations reaction. That is right, and we're gonna check out I attempted a Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. That is right, fam. Last Friday, we checked out her first one, and I was super impressed. And now we're gonna check out her Platinum one and see if she can do it. And I love the way that she animates this and tells the story. It is beautiful, and it is so well done. No wonder all of these went viral, and I can't wait to jump into it. But before we do, show Jaiden some love by subscribing to her channel. And if you enjoy my reaction, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel. But enough talking. Let's get to reacting and roll that bomb acid drill.
Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Eat, sleep, make beats. Eat, sleep, make beats.
Hot Sauce Beats. Woo, woo. Oh, come on, Sauce King. Let's go.
So if you're new here, hi. I've done this before. Last year I made a video about my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke, and the game I played in it was Pokemon Ruby. It was fun, so here I am again doing another. But this time I
mean, Teriyaki was pretty BA. I love Teriyaki.
Attempted to Nuzlocke Pokemon Platinum. I'll explain again super quickly how a Nuzlocke works. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into per route. If a Pokemon faints, it dies and you can't use it anymore. And you have to nickname your Pokemon so you grow more attached to them. If you still don't understand, that's not my problem. Let's get started. Oh boy. This was my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke.
Oh, we're starting.
Pokemon! So my friend and neighbor Barry is practically dragging me all over the place with his hyperactive squirrel brain, frantically.
Like, series chat, the way that she incorporates herself as the trainer in here, it just makes it so amazing and like you're part of it. I love how she's doing
trying to get a Pokemon as soon as possible from this Professor Rowan he saw on TV. He drags me out to Route 201 and is about to leap into the tall grass when, hold it! You guys know going into the tall grass is practically a death wish, right? What you're doing is basically suicide. Borderline insanity. What absolute moronic lunatics you are. Have you no respect for your lives? Do you have any Pokemon?
Terrified.
No. Do you want some? And like that, I have a Turtwig. I named him Turt and immediately used him to bash in Barry.
You see the monkey just like, don't mind me here, I'm just picking my nose.
Barry's Chimchar. I was making my way through the routes, but right as I was about to nab the Shinx I found on 202. Don't kill it. Nope!
Oh yeah, it's done. Good job, Turt.
So no Shinx for us. But that's all right. Shinx isn't that great this early anyway. Then I locked eyes with our first trainer. The first battle. Let's see how we fare against youngster Tristan and his level 5 Starly. Oh my god! So in the first trainer battle I ever fought, I almost immediately lose my starter to a critical hit. Why do I suddenly have a very bad...
She's like, no, oh my god, I'm not gonna make Platinum!
Bad feeling about this. Nevertheless, we kept going onward through Jubilife City, where we caught Kronk the Zubat in the cave above Route 204, and Magikarp on 218.
Oh, I love me some Magikarp! Magikarp's BA, Chad. Don't get it twisted.
Your name is Puppy. Just outside the city, Barry runs up and demands another battle, so I happily bash in his Chimchar again, and his Starly too. I kept on my way, eventually arriving in Orberg City, and nervously challenged Rourke. I was terrified of his Cranidos, but Turt landed a crit Razor Leaf and one-shot it before it could even do anything. So that's badge number 1 for us. I made it to Floroma Town and was really excited because if you didn't know, outside the Valley Woodworks you can find Shellos. And if you didn't know, again, I love Shellos.
I actually did not know that. I'm learning a lot about you, Jaiden. Thanks for sharing.
I ran straight to the grass to get my Shellos encounter, and... I'm not gonna pass up an encounter, so I very depressingly caught the Shinx and named it Failure to vent my sadness and frustration over not getting a slug. While there, we found Team Galactic messing around, stealing electricity, and this little girl's dad. So I beat up the grunt guarding the door, broke in, beat up the grunts in the building until Turt evolved, then found Galactic Commander Mars at the end of the corridor, who I was scared of because she's got a fat cat that hits like a semi-truck.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for them fat cats. They literally would run you over like a semi-truck.
But I had a plan. Back in the Orberg mines, I caught Dwayne the Onyx, and I brought him to the fight because in case things got dicey, I would switch him in to buy time and heal up my other Pokemon. Basically, Dwayne was death fodder. Turt took out Mars' Zubat, and when Perugly came out, Kronk plucked off the Oranberry it was holding. But she got hit pretty hard in the process, and since Turt needed a bit of healing before he could get back into it...
Time for Onyx.
Dwayne can take a scratch. Look at
Dwayne
that.
the Rock Johnson.
Dwayne is fine. He's fine, guys. Don't pull the sad nose for Dwayne. Dwayne's fine. Don't worry.
Oh, did she do this on stream too? It looks like she was streaming when she did this.
Worry about him. Don't worry about him. Oh my god. Dude.
Bruh.
All right,
Bro.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
getting
Dwayne gets to
killed.
live.
Somehow, when Dwayne was supposed to die, he hung in there on 1 HP. And you know what? I respected the hell out of him for it. I let Dwayne live, and Turt was able to take out the Perugly.
Let's go.
What a legend. But then I put him back in the box and moved on. In Mount Coronet, I caught a Bronzor named Big Boy, which I happily added to the team. And right before Gardenia's gym, Kronk evolved, which meant no mercy for those flower ladies. Badge number
No
2.
mercy.
We slashed the guard bushes in front of the Galactic building and ran up all the stairs where we fought Galactic Commander Jupiter. Let's take a look at how that went.
Don't crit. Don't crit. Don't crit.
I feel like she's definitely, not saying that the first one went super easy for her, but I feel like this one is definitely a smidge more struggle than the first one. Like, this ain't no gimme by any means.
No! But,
See?
I
See
mean,
what I'm saying?
that won't do...
Oh, come on,
Let's
come on,
just
come on, come on.
Hit it. Don't crit him. No. Oh my
Oh, wow,
god.
there you go,
We
there you go,
finally
there you
were
go, there you
able
go,
to
there you
beat her, but that fight really knocked the wind out of me. I was shaking on my way back to the Pokemon Center when this lady Cynthia shows up and is like, egg? Yeah. Anyway,
Why
even
not?
meeting Cynthia wasn't enough to calm my nerves, so to keep my mind off the absolute tragedy we narrowly avoided, I decided to start training up Big Boy on Cycling Road. And then he died.
I've practiced this game and
So before you
Pizza
push up
killed
your
it.
anime glasses and tell me that steel is weak to fire, which I know, by the way, the reason I kept Big Boy in was because not only is his defense an iron wall, but he had heat proof, which negates his fire weakness. But then he got crit.
Yeah, Bonita's like,
So, first death. I'm sorry, Big Boy. You
Bruh.
never had
Oh,
the
Sevens.
opportunity to become a big boy. I walked
Sorry,
into
Big
Wayward
Boy.
Cave and found a Gibble. Gibble is an amazing Pokemon. It turns into Garchomp, which is easily one of, if not the
Garchomp's a good one.
strongest Pokemon in the game that isn't a legendary. Adding it to the team would give us such a huge advantage, and now there is nothing in my way between that and...
I was just about to say, don't finish that sentence. You about to jinx yourself, Jaiden. Ugh. Crap.
And we're moving on. We arrived in Hearthome City where I caught DeVito the Ralts, Kronk and Puppy evolved, we had a clean win against Fantina, and some lady gave us an Eevee I named
Gyarados.
Milk. Things were starting to look better now. I was leveling up DeVito against trainers, and when fighting this lovey-dovey
Gardevoir! God, I love Gardevoir. I think Gardevoir is a pretty BA Pokemon.
couple,
let's go into
So yeah, she's got
Puppy.
Gyarados and Gardevoir. That's a good team.
Oh no. You're kidding. You're kidding.
and that's why I hate love. In came Shrimp the Scyther I caught on Route 210. Some good news, on Route 213, I finally found a Shellos. I
Sorry,
named it
Gardevoir.
Swoop, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I know you're not supposed to have a favorite child, but Swoop was my favorite child, and I wasn't apologetic about it. I trained it up, and now we got a Gastrodon. Turt ended up evolving too, so together with Kronk and Swoop, Maylene was defeated, and badge number 4 was secured. Outside of Pastoria City, I caught a
go,
Quagsire
Jen.
named Lol, but when I went to get my Great Marsh encounter, I was trying to get a Yanma and accidentally threw a ball at a Wooper. So now we've got Lol and Oops in the box.
I mean, that just... What are you going to do when that happens? There's nothing you can do.
Then I swept Crasher Wake with Milk, who is now a Jolteon, with the TM Thunder I bought literally next door. I walked out of the gym and... Team Galactic set off a
She's got a
bomb. I ran
great
down the
team.
grunt who detonated it and took him out because he is weak. Cynthia appears again and tells me to bring a charm to her grandma. So I'm like, yes, ma'am. We found her in Celestial Town along with Cyrus, the leader of Team Galactic, who starts some evil Shakespeare speech about how everything is imperfect, so he's
you
gotta
gotta
blow
take
up
him
the
down,
world or
Jaiden.
something.
Take him
I don't know.
down.
I wasn't really paying attention. And then he wanted to
She's like, you bore me. I ain't paying attention to you. You bore me, fam.
fight. Puppy took out his Sneasel and I sent out Milk to take care of his Golbat, but Milk decided he wanted to be lazy and not
Jolteon's
only
awesome.
miss all his thunders, but also punch himself in the face.
Whoa, Jolteon, you can't be doing that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Pull.
You
No.
can't. You
Pull
can't
Milk
be
out.
doing this.
Pull Milk out.
Kronk came out and killed the Golbat because Milk was being difficult, but I gave him a second chance and he took out the Murkrow. Anyway, here's your dusty charm. I went out and caught a Magnemite named C, then arrived in Canalave City where we barged into Byron's gym and demolished his team with Swoop and Turd. Then Team Galactic sets off another bomb, this time at Lake Valor.
Jeez,
So
Team
Barry,
Galactic,
Professor
you
Rowan's
crazy.
assistant Lucas, and I split up to check on the lakes. As I'm strolling past all the flopping Magikarp, I run into
Oh,
Galactic
God, look at
Commander
all the
Saturn,
Magikarp.
who we swept the floor with. After that, we headed over to Lake Verity where we did the exact same with Mars. There was a part where Turd
Dukin!
got crit and almost died. Oh god. Oh god. But we're fine, he's fine. Finally, we had to go check up on Barry at Lake Acuity, and after trekking through 6 feet of snow for like a mile, we get there to find Barry at the top of a cliff like, ha ha ha!
I'm Barry. My name's Barry. My name's Barry Larkin. Barry Larkin. Name that movie. Barry Larkin.
You can't climb rocks! Come back when you can climb rocks, loser!
Sucker.
I'll go fight Candace's gym now, I guess. Now, we've been having some good type matchups with the past few gyms, so I haven't really been nervous about most of them, but Candace uses ice types, which, like, half my team is weak against. Which, you know, nervousness rising. Not only was I at a massive type disadvantage, but the main threats on our team were her Abomasnow because it hits like a truck and sets up hail, and her Frostlass because
Wow.
it'll use the hail from the Abomasnow to heighten its evasiveness
Oh,
with
wow.
Snowcloak, spam
Bruh.
double teams, and then just sweep my team. I walked in, took a deep breath, which didn't make me feel better at all, and started the battle. Shrimp
Oh my
took
God.
out her Sneasel, and Swoop took
Fingers
out her
crossed, Chad.
Piloswine, almost dying in the process. And then she finally brought out the big bad Abomasnow. Since it's grass ice type, I taught Puppy Fire Blast. Yeah, I didn't know
I love that she calls it
we
puppy.
could... Anyway, I wasn't sure it could one-shot because Puppy's not a special attacker, and lo and behold, it didn't.
It
about to say,
didn't
what?
miss. Please kill it. Please. It's quad. It's quad. What?
Eventually, Puppy took it out, but that was absolutely terrifying. Last but not least, Frostlass. I
Good
wanted to have
job.
Swoop Rain Dance to get rid of the hail so Frostlass's Snow Cloak isn't activated, but since Swoop was sitting at a not-so-chill 20 HP, that wasn't gonna work out super great. However, since I didn't want Kronk to be in this fight at all, right before the fight, I swapped her with Failure the Shinx. Yep. Sorry,
Oh
little
my
guy.
God.
Failure looked up at the looming death that was Frostlass in front of her, and as I healed up Swoop, Failure was killed in its blizzard. It's really unfortunate we had to resort to it, but I give Failure a salute for stepping up and surrendering its life to the team.
I mean, Failure, your name kind of says it all. You weren't really wanted too much to be on the team, but everything happens for a reason, and your sacrifice was needed and appreciated. Thank you, Failure.
Swoop came out, got off the rain dance, and after a close battle, was able to pull through. We won, but it wasn't without sacrifice.
Let's
We had a
go!
moment of silence for Failure, the true MVP of the
Go
fight.
Sevens, Failure!
Gone, but not forgotten. Now we could climb the rocks to Lake Acuity, and when we got up there, Barry's got snot dripping down his face,
Barry
crying in the
Larkin.
snow because he got beat up by Jupiter, who looks at me and is like, "See ya, I'm going to Veilstone HQ."
Oh, Barry. Barry Larkin.
I'm gonna go to Veilstone. We start running through the base trying to find Cyrus, but when fighting this scientist...
Psychic. Porygon 2 freaks me out. It is way too powerful, way too bulky, and it's way too weird.
Just wait till ya.
I do
Wait
like
till ya.
Porygon 2 though. I would like a plush of Porygon 2. Very cute. What?
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh,
what?
wow.
What?
Wow.
No! No! Swoop! We lost Swoop!
I wasn't okay. Kurt came out and curb stomped the Porygon 2 out of vengeance, but to put it lightly, I wasn't taking that too well.
Aw.
My heart is breaking. I'm like actually sad.
But life doesn't stop when your dog dies, so I had to keep trucking and brought Wall the Quagsire to the team. With an intense, blood-curdling thirst for revenge, I stormed into Cyrus's room.
Wow! Get him, Jaiden!
Fight! Shrimp and Milk took out his team in no time. I snatched his Master Ball and used his teleport pad to enter the basement where Mess Spirit, Azelf, and Yuxi are all being held captive. Fight! And like
Jaiden ain't playing. She is bloodthirsty. She wants revenge and wants it now. Relentlessly.
Cyrus, Saturn was swept too. After releasing the Lake Guardians, we head to Mount Coronet because Cyrus wants to go there and destroy the planet, I think. And we catch up to him at the Spear Pillar. Before we can run up and attack him, Mars and Jupiter step in. Then Barry arrives. Honestly, I have no idea how he found us all here. And it's like, I'll help. Lal takes out both their Bronzors, Mars's Prugly, and Barry's Munchlax. So I thought, you know, it was all smooth sailing, right?
Wrong.
Well.
Wow, Barry. Really doing a lot for the team, aren't ya? Oh my god, no, it has Giga Drain? No.
Uh-oh.
No, oh no, oh no. It was a crit.
No.
Not only did I not know their Golbat had Giga Drain for some reason, but it also got a crit. So I was starting to feel bad, but then I started panicking. The thing is, after you fight Mars and Jupiter, you have to go into the Distortion World and fight Cyrus and Giratina. If Cynthia forces us into the Distortion World without us being able to get a new member, we're in massive trouble. We finished up the battle and Cyrus starts his whole spiel about how the world is imperfect, blah blah blah, everything must die except for me. Then he gets swallowed up by Giratina, a hole opens, a rip in space leading to the Distortion World, and I'm kind of just standing off to the side twiddling my thumbs like, Cynthia, please don't shove me in there without my consent.
Cynthia, can I go? I have something to do. Our world will be destroyed. Are you ready? No, I'm not.
No.
Let me go. I'm free. Holy crap. Get me out of here. Goodbye.
Ah,
I'm
Jaiden,
sorry,
you
Lal.
survived.
We just got you, and then you died. But luckily, remember when I accidentally caught that Wooper while trying to get a Yanma? It's time, Oops. You were no accident. You're our lucky star who will carry us to victory.
everything
We got
happens for
Oops
a reason,
leveled up,
chat.
came back to the Spear Pillar where Cynthia was just sitting there waiting for us, and hopped in. Everything is topsy-turvy and the Lake Guardians are telling me to push boulders into holes. And suddenly I'm on a floating crest of land with Cynthia, who's basically like, Cyrus, get lost and never come back. And Cyrus didn't like that. So he came at me. Oops took out his Houndoom and his Gyarados came out, so I switched to Milk. But I was very terrified because Cyrus's Gyarados has Earthquake. So if Milk misses his Thunder here, he dies. And Milk is notorious for missing his Thunders. But it hit. Milk lives another day. He also took out Cyrus's Crobat and Honchkrow, and Shrimp finished up his Weavile. Cyrus steps aside, and suddenly, it's just me and the Angel of Darkness itself, Giratina.
Woosah, chat, woosah. Yeah, this ain't gonna be good. This ain't gonna be good. This is kind of sus. Say what?
I threw the Master Ball, and like that, it was over. I saved the world. Now to get back to my gym badges. I arrived at Sunny Shore City and started making my way through Volkner's gym. I know he's the 8th gym leader and he's supposed to be tough, and apparently he's depressed because everyone who challenges him isn't good enough and he's bored. But I wasn't concerned. We have Oops and none of his Pokemon can do anything about it. It's not like they have Giga Drain or anything, right? They didn't, I checked. Oops was just Earthquake and everything, and at the end, I'll admit, I got a bit scared.
Okay, don't crit. If you crit Giga Impact, that would be really Holy.
But it's all good. We're all
Wow,
good.
that was
and
close.
with that, off to Victory Road we went, where we caught ourselves a Gabite I named Flakes. Would have been nice to have one, I don't know, near the beginning of the game, say, in Wayward Cave, you know. But whatever. Better late than never. It's good to have just in case something goes horribly wrong out of nowhere.
Flakes is base 60. Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh wow, that's
Amazing.
dropping
Whoa,
fast. That's
whoa,
dropping
whoa,
fast.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's dropping
No!
fast. Puppy!
You're kidding.
My puppy!
Oh dear. And that's the straw that broke the camel's back. After Puppy died, I stepped back and decided the team we go into the Elite Four with needs to be the best possible team we can build. The Elite Four here goes pretty hard, so I couldn't go in willy-nilly just hoping for the best. After literally a few hours of calculations and research, I settled on a team I thought would give us the highest
Okay. Oops.
possibility of winning. I added Flakes to the team in place of Puppy, and with a heavy heart, left Milk and Kronk behind as I brought C the now Magnus.
Now, the Jolteon, aka Milk, it's probably just because it's so unreliable, like, you know, whether or not it'll work. So
Zone and Colgate the Togekiss I hatched from the eggs
losing
Cynthia
Puppy
gave
is
me.
huge.
Even though I was sad to not bring Milk and Kronk into the final battles with us, they won't be forgotten. And it doesn't negate the fact they were such huge assets to the team, and I wouldn't have made it this far without them. I'll see you guys on the other side. I took a step towards the doors of no return, and immediately
God,
got
let's
interrupted
go.
by Barry, who wanted to have one last fight. Anyway,
all right, come on, Jaiden, you got this. You got this. This ain't gonna be easy, chat.
welcome. This is the Elite Four. The battle starts and C takes out Aaron Zeon, Mega, and Vespiquen. Oops takes out his Drapion, and Colgate takes out his Scissor and Heracross. Next up is Bertha.
What?
Bertha loves ground types, but Turt and Oops had a smooth time smashing through her team. I felt a horrible shiver when her Rhyperior came out, but things went well. On to Flint.
Oh god, come on. Come on. This is getting kind of spoopy. Kind of spoopy.
Flint has a pretty scary team, but luckily Oops and Flakes had no trouble plowing through them as well. And with that,
Oh my God,
we're on to the last member,
Last
Lucian.
one, chat.
Now, Shrimp hasn't had much time to shine
Come
in
on.
these fights so far, so I decided I wanted to let her go all out. She set up sword stances and bullet punched everything. Proud of you, Shrimp. And suddenly, I'm at the entrance to the champion. The trainer who's been known to crush dreams in a single battle, and many still fear to this day. I took a deep breath. Things are going
You got this,
surprisingly
Jaiden.
well,
Oh, don't
and I
say
don't
that.
know how to feel about it. But I looked
oh,
up,
Don't say that,
and there she
Jaiden.
was. At this moment, I have only one last objective. Defeat Cynthia.
I was about
She
to say,
leads with
take out
Spiritomb, which
Cynthia.
has no weaknesses, so I sent out Turt to hit it as hard as possible. Flakes takes out her Togekiss, and then her Garchomp comes out. This is known to be one of the toughest boss Pokemon in the entire franchise. And rightfully so. That thing was made by Satan himself, and I'm sure even he fears what he has created. I immediately switched to Oops, who's the only Pokemon that can lead us to victory here. I planned to put it to sleep with Yawn, and then Ice Beam it until it died. That was our only hope. But then, Oops was crit. And that was it. Nothing on my team can take a hit from this monster, and even if they could, they couldn't do much damage back. I sat there in disbelief, knowing there wasn't anything I could have done,
No.
and the battle is basically unwinnable now. I brought out Shrimp to bullet punch it so we could get in a little bit of damage, but she was killed. Colgate tried to chip away at
No.
it. He did some damage too, but was crit one shot. At this point, I'd accepted defeat. Only Turt, C, and Flakes were left. It's hopeless at this point. Flakes came out, and against all odds, Flakes outsped Cynthia's Garchomp and killed it. I
What?
didn't think he could do it. He was 2 levels
What?
weaker, and I don't know. I just didn't think he could outspeed it. Suddenly, there was a chance. We could win this after all. Cynthia
my
brings
God,
out her
come on!
Milotic, which C took out with a few Thunderbolts. Flakes took out the Lucario with Dig. Look, my Earthquake TM is on
I like
Sploop,
Lucario a
and we all
lot.
know what happened there. Finally, our last Pokemon comes out. Roserade. Flakes went in for the Dragon Claw, and the battle was over. We won. As Cynthia's congratulating me,
Let's go!
a sudden feeling of overwhelming guilt washes over my entire body, so intense it almost knocks me down. I don't think I deserve this. Something here isn't right. This wasn't meant for me. Back in the distortion world when Giratina split me in two, how do I know I'm me? What happened in the other timeline where I saw glimpses of what happened parallel to this world, that was me too. Those things happened.
What?
Was that the ending I'm destined to have? The world I'm living in now is how I want things to be, but the other Jaiden is equally me as I am her. Even if you might
so
think
confused.
I deserve this dimension, things don't work like that. Are there some things you can't escape, even when you try everything you can do to alter it? I don't know the answer. I may be able to sit on this throne now and thank all the Pokemon that put in everything to help me get here. All the hard work, blood, sacrifices we made. But I don't think I can ever accept this victory. I don't know what ending was meant for me. And I don't think I ever will.
Jaiden, take it! Take the W! Take the dubs! Fam, this was insane. Oh my god. Okay, I just want to see these post credits a little bit. I want to. There's a screen come up. Looks like a thank you or something. Thank you for watching our videos, and thank you to my team who's continued help and support. Keeps me inspired and excited to keep making these videos. I think she meant. I'm very happy you're all here with me. No, Jaiden, we appreciate you. Now, chat, let me bring you in. Let me put on some tunage. So, here's what I think she meant by like this kind of like alternate reality, blah, blah, blah. I felt like she meant that the ending was almost too good to be true. Like she should have lost. Those 4 bosses went by way too smoothly, with essentially taking no damage. I think she just meant that like realistically she should have lost. Like she felt like the game almost let her have that win, because Nuzlocke ain't no joke. Like they don't go smooth. You have to make no mistakes, be on top of your game, and she felt like she made some mistakes that should have cost her the victory. But congrats on the W. It doesn't matter. Come on, a W is a W. That's the way I look at it. You know, just because you didn't play your best game, the computer didn't either. And you got the W. Bam, take it. This was awesome. I'm loving this. I cannot wait to finish the trifecta next Friday. And we're gonna check out, I think it's called a 2-player. I attempted my first, what is it? I attempted my first 2-player Nuzlocke. I attempted a 2-player Nuzlocke. So we're gonna check that out next Friday, chat. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you show Jaiden some love by subscribing to her channel. And if you enjoyed my reaction, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday. And remember, it's eat, sleep, and make beats. And as usual, be kind to one another. And that's all I got. Boom. I'm out. Gonna be love for the Sauce Gang. Peace out, fam. I love you. Happy Friday.